So I'd like us to start by imagining that Britain had never been a member of the European Union, and a negotiation had started last week on an agreement between the EU and the UK. What would that future agreement look like? Well, Britain is one of the world's largest economies. It has been at the forefront of global economic progress and technological innovation for over 200 years. It has first-rate research centres and universities that are amongst the most vibrant, not just in Europe, but the world. Just one Cambridge college has more Nobel Prize winners than France. Britain is a member of the Security Council, one of the most important military powers with a nuclear defence capability. It is a pillar of the NATO alliance. Its intelligence services are at the forefront of the global fight against terrorism. It has a diplomatic service with a global reach, built on dozens of long-standing international relationships. Britain has been a champion of the rule of law, a free press and free speech for centuries. It has led the way in developing democratic, representative institutions, and it has built alliances with friends across the globe who share these values and who have worked equally hard to expand the respect for the individual as the foundation of political life, often in very difficult circumstances, so as to build sustainable democracies. So for reasons of economic prosperity, security interests and shared values, the agreement would be positive and far-reaching, or to use the British Prime Minister's phrase, a deep and special partnership. And that is the way we should view the negotiations that have started in Brussels last week. Not simply about ending an old relationship, but building a new relationship for the long term. Now, I understand that millions across the continent and many of our friends and allies regret the decision of the British people to withdraw from the Union. Some of our partners are so upset and worried about the future that they think that Britain should be placed at some kind of political or economic disadvantage. Now, we understand the interests of the 27 must be respected, and they will be central to the negotiation. But creating disadvantages for the sake of imposing disadvantages would be a strategic mistake for all our countries concerned and for the whole of the Western world. The West faces enormous economic, security and political challenges now and in the century ahead. This is not the time to be petty, to seek short-term gain, or to focus on the parochial. Our times require statesmanship of the first order, leaders in public life whose long-term vision is of the same magnitude of those who built the Western global order after the Second World War. If the British government has set out an agenda for a global Britain, I hope we will find a willing partner in a global Europe.